Right, so the thing is, small blind, open raises.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a hand.
This hand?
Shut up. Small blind, open raises. Focus. Small blind, open raises, okay? You call with Jack-9 offsuit on the big blind. He's pretty aggressive.
No, wait. Okay.
Okay, so you just
yeah.
flat call.
Do we have 100 BBs?
Yes, we're 100 BB, full stack. Okay, the board is 10, 4, 5, I think. Rainbow. He c-bets.
You call.
You call.
We have
Right.
Jack-9 off.
Jack-9 off.
Small blind versus big.
Shut up. we call. The turn is a king. The turn is a king and he checks. The pot is $15.
You playing the limit 15, and how is the pot $15?
It's not my hand, man. Just focus on the hand. I'm gonna get closer to you, okay? See, I lost my train of thought. Wait, so here, we're on the turn. He checks to us.
Okay.
Do you know the board? What is the board?
King 10, 5, 4, rainbow.
Oh, good memory. I don't know if it's rainbow anymore, but it doesn't matter too much.
Okay.
So he checks, and you bet.
Okay.
You bet $10 into a $15 pot. Why the balls did you do that? but alright. No, okay, it's a standard. But here's a real deal. He check raises you.
Yeah, but first of all, think about it. Didn't you say he's an aggressive player?
Oh, pre-flop at least.
What
He's opening alright, and the table's like four-handed, so.
What do you expect an aggressive player to do on that turn when he has nothing?
Check raise?
No.
No.
Bet.
Yeah, so you think he has something.
So when he checks,
he's got something.
Exactly.
But he hasn't got something too strong.
You could have as strong as a set.
Shut up. Okay, but fine. But the thing is, he check raises to $25. The pot is 15, you bet 10, he check raises super small.
Okay.
Why would he check raise so small with a big hand?
Doesn't need to check raise big because the pot is big enough.
It's not big enough. It's not the limit. It's not limit.
Well, if it's $15 and he check raised to 25, it's gonna be.
If you call, it's gonna be 65. But we're gonna have.
You're both gonna have like 70 something left.
Yeah, but it's not enough to.
Yeah, it's not enough, but he's probably not thinking about that. He's not thinking about, oh, I'm gonna make a river show. He's probably just thinking, I'm gonna check raise small because I wanted to call it. The main thing is he barrels with strong hands. Another thing to consider is
even barrels with strong hands.
Sorry, he barrels air. Even if he doesn't barrel air, if he doesn't barrel air, you don't represent anything by betting, because if you have a 10, you check back. If you have pocket 9s, pocket 8s, you might consider betting, but again, probably not, because you don't represent anything. Because how do you have a king there? You represent a float only. That hit a king with king queen, for example, or perhaps king 10. And if you're representing only a float, besides king 10, besides king jack, king queen, you can also have ace queen, ace jack, queen jack, 8-9 suited, all these other hands that miss. So you represent a stronger range by checking back, or not a stronger range, but a wider value range with showdown value by checking back. And you don't run the risk of getting check raised. And in case he has a strong hand, you still have outs. And this was not on the plan.
No, sorry, continue.
You still have outs to suck out on him. So I actually like checking back. And the last time I did this play, I floated this guy with 5-6 off on total, like, horrible board for floating, but I did it anyway. And I took this play because the turn wasn't a good card for me to represent, because it was an overcard, and he checked. I think it wasn't such a good card for him to barrel, so he could have nothing and just be giving up. But since I didn't represent anything by betting, I checked back. To represent a wider showdown value range. River was blank, he checked again, I bet he calls. And my play doesn't work. But he river 2 pair, and that's why it didn't work.
Alright, otherwise you'd have folded.
Yeah, probably.
Pair.
So, really, I don't like betting the turn actually.
And you expect him to have a strong hand there.
I do. Unless he's thinking a million levels.
Not a million, but if he's slightly thinking, if he's thinking
yeah, I think
if
for
he's
him to
thinking
do
well, and he might
yeah, but for him to do that
check
as a
the
bluff, he has to be thinking. He has to think that we're thinking.
We're floating. That's all he has to do. If he expects us to float, he checks.
Then he just bets again, and you fold the floats. You know, if he's check raising as a bluff, he's pretty much thinking that you know, he expects you to bet, but at the same time, he's often gonna check back. Wait.
No, he thinks you're always gonna float.
I lost my train of thought.
I mean, it's a really good board for somebody to float, right? I mean,
It's okay.
for like a regular player to float. So he expects you to always float. Fine, it's a bit more complicated than just second barreling, but he could do that.
I think as when he bluffs, if he wants to bluff, he's just gonna second barrel because you're gonna check back so many marginal hands that he could get you to fold. And yeah, I think if he check raises, he's just trying to get tricky with a stronger hand.
Alright.
How did the hand play out?
He check raised to 25 and
We shoved.
no, he didn't shove. We raised very small to 41
And he shoved.
and he shoved over. So yeah, he obviously has a big hand.
Yeah, actually, I don't like. 3 betting is also bad because if he has there, we can just call and he's not gonna bluff the river again, ever. You know, if you think he's bluffing, you call, he checks river, you shove.
You shove.
Or bet, or whatever.
But it's cheaper to bet, to raise, to 3-bet small.
Yeah, but it's less credible. Because, I mean, if you have a big hand, do you really 3-bet there? Obviously not, you just call.
Yeah, okay.
High five! Hi, Dan!